こんにちは、ゆうこ先生です。In this lesson, let's learn simple Japanese phrases to talk about your family so you can share about your life in real conversations. You will learn to say you have siblings, children, and how to gently express that your parent has passed away. First of all, let me introduce how to refer to your family members in Japanese.Use these family terms only when talking about your own family, not other people's family. My father, 父 My mother, 母 My older brother, 兄 My older sister, 姉 My younger brother, 弟 My younger sister, 妹 My son, 息子 My daughter, 娘 Again, be careful not to use these terms when referring to other people's family members. Here's the key verb in today's lesson. います The verb います indicates the existence of living beings or moving entities. When expressing the existence of a person, such as a family member, you use います This verb can be translated as to exist, there is, or I have, depending on the context. And you use the particle が to mark the subject of existence. For instance, I have an older brother in Japanese is 兄がいます. And you do the same for other siblings. 姉がいます。弟がいます。妹がいます。Now, here's a key point I want to share. In conversation, the particle が is often dropped. However, when talking about family, it sounds more natural to keep it. This is because you are clearly showing who exists in your life. Let's try the version with the particle. Please repeat after me. 兄がいます。姉がいます。弟がいます。妹がいます。These are simple phrases, but they help you share a part of your life, and that makes a big difference in real conversations. Which phrase is true in your family? Practice the one that reflects your life. If you have multiple siblings, such as an older brother and a younger sister, you can use the noun connector particle と and go like this. 兄と妹がいます。You can even combine 3 or 4 siblings by using と。Just keep in mind that the particle と only connects nouns. It doesn't connect verbs, adjectives, or sentences, so please remember that it is not completely equivalent to the English word and. You can use the same structure to talk about your children. If you have a son, you can say 息子がいます。If you have a daughter, you can say 娘がいます。言ってみましょう。Let's try. Please repeat after me. 息子がいます。娘がいます。In case you have both a son and a daughter, you can do this by using the particle と。 息子と娘がいます。Now, let's look at how to talk about your parents. In Japanese, we don't usually say I have parents. But there's one important expression you should know. 亡くなりました。亡くなりました means passed away. This is a gentler expression than died to express someone's passing in Japanese. So, my father passed away in Japanese is 父は亡くなりました。My mother passed away is 母は亡くなりました。If both your parents are deceased, you can say 両親は亡くなりました。言ってみましょう。Please repeat after me. 父は亡くなりました。母は亡くなりました。両親は亡くなりました。These simple phrases help you connect in conversation because you're sharing a part of your life. For example, if someone asks you about your family, ご家族は you don't need a long sentence. Just saying 兄がいます or 娘がいます is already a complete answer. And from there, the conversation can continue naturally. I hope you enjoyed learning how to talk about your family in this lesson. Can you talk about your family in Japanese now? Leave your comment and tell me about your family. If you felt, I understand this, but I'm not sure if I can say it smoothly, you are not alone. This is exactly where many learners feel stuck. In my course, Everyday Japanese Speaking, I help you actually say things in the moment using simple patterns like today. I guide you step by step, so these patterns become natural to you. The speaking course opens only a few times a year, usually in spring and fall. If you are interested, you can check the link in the description for the latest information. Thank you for learning with me today, and see you in the next lesson. ではまた次のレッスンで会いましょう。